So you've missed him. I've missed him. We've all missed him. Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portuguese superstar made his return to football this past weekend in Juventus' 4-1 thrashing over Spezia after he had spent some time on the sidelines due to COVID-19. But that chapter and phase looks to be behind him after he scored a brace in that game. And prior to him actually stepping foot on the football field for the first time in, well, quite some time. You looked at the footage prior to that and he looked like a person who just wanted to be released. He looked like someone who just wanted to get out there, eager to get out there and score goals. You know, he's hunger for goals, so he wanted to just get out there and do what he does best, be the main man, steal all the headlines, and of course his famous Sue celebration. But anyway, Ronaldo has made his return, and rightly so. Andrea Pirlo, after the game, came out and said that he'd been waiting for him. The whole team had been waiting for him. And when you have a player like Cristiano Ronaldo, who should be available for you, but isn't available for you, and you see the couple of results that Juventus have had over the past couple of weeks, you could tell that they were missing their main man. And when he's in contention, any manager in the world wants him to be on that football field because they know that he is going to win you the games. They know that he is going to be the guy that is going to make you look good as a manager. And two, he's going to get you the trophy. He's going to get you where you want to be. And that is exactly what Cristiano Ronaldo did. And of course, there is still a long season ahead for Juventus. But going back to what Andrea Pirlo said, that he'd been waiting for Cristiano Ronaldo, and I think the whole philosophy about this is the system that Juventus are trying to use this season. We all know that Pirlo and Juventus are going to try and use the 4-4-2 to give them exactly what they want, which is a Serie A title and perhaps go on and win the UEFA Champions League. That is the formation that they have been using since the start of this season. Whether it's been going wrong or whether it's been going right, Andrea Pirlo has stuck to it, and there's a whole reason behind that, and that is Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is the main reason why this is being used, because they want to create a scenario, a situation where they have the players in the field and they make sure that they put Ronaldo in a situation, in circumstances where he's going to win you the games, right? 4 midfielders and then that workaholic of a co-striker alongside him. And that is the whole reason why Alvaro Morata came back to the club. That is the reason why Juventus decided to go back and get one player who was at the club before. We all know what sort of striker Alvaro Morata is. Alvaro Morata is a striker who's going to do all the dirty work. He's a player who's going to go on, try to get balls from deep. He's going to go to the wing. He's going to take on players. He's going to have that physical presence to the rest of in the defensive line of the opposition, and he's going to trouble them. He's going to keep on going at them. And Cristiano Ronaldo, we know that he's 35 years old right now, and he doesn't have that sort of, energy to go on and keep doing that for like the whole of full 90 minutes. So the whole reason for Alvaro Morata and the 4-4-2 is to pair those two in the front, in the striking area, whereby you have one striker who is going to do the dirty work, then you have the other striker who is going to position himself in perfect positions so that he can get you the goals. Then you have the likes of Arthur, who has the likes of Arthur in the midfield. You have the likes of Bentancur. Then you have perhaps the likes of Paulo Dybala if Andrea Pirlo can manage to fit him into the starting lineup. You have Federico Chiesa. You have the likes of Kulusevski down the right flanks. So you have these midfielders who are creative midfielders, players who can actually get Cristiano Ronaldo the right balls into the box for him to score the goals. And we all know what a danger he is in that box. So you now have all these creative and superstars right behind him. Then you have Alvaro Morata, who's going to cause the defense to actually shift their attention from Cristiano Ronaldo to him because of all the work that he is doing, and then leave Cristiano Ronaldo with a much easier task. Of course, scoring is not easy task, but we all know how easy he makes it look. So you have all these superstars behind him creating the chances, and even if they aren't able to get the balls to him, you have these strikers, you have these players right behind him, or the supporting cast that can actually go out there and get the goals for you as well. So this 4-4-2 majorly works with a player like Cristiano Ronaldo. And now, if we're to go back to what we saw against FC Barcelona, where Alvaro Morata scored a hat-trick of offside goals, Alvaro is a decent striker, but he is not Cristiano Ronaldo. His positioning is quite questionable. That is evident in 3 offside goals, and he also had an offside goal in the previous game as well against Spezia. But with Ronaldo on the side, someone who has mastered the art of striking, who has mastered the art of getting the right positions, positioning himself in areas that he needs to be in, where he knows that he can be as effective, then you don't really need Alvaro Morata to, be the target man. And in that sense, you won't find Alvaro Morata being offside more often than none, because now he's left that opportunity, has left that work on Cristiano Ronaldo, who is going to do all that work and position himself right. All you have to do is get the ball to him. So Ronaldo's return is definitely a huge boost to Juventus and those Juventus players. We all know when you have one of the greatest of all time in or within your squad and on the pitch, you definitely lift your level up and you want to be at the same standard as he is. And Ronaldo coming back is not only going to get them the goals, is not only going to go out there and win Juventus the games, but at the same time it's going to give the players around him an extra amount or an extra boost of confidence to say that, we're playing with Cristiano Ronaldo, we are Juventus, so I have to lift my standards up to a level that is near his level. So Andrea Pirlo will be excited and jubilant to have Ronaldo back. And of course, he is Mr. Champions League, and we have the UEFA Champions League action returning this week before the international break. And Juventus go up against Ferencváros on Wednesday night. And of course, we have some interesting fixtures coming up as well. Like on Tuesday tonight, we have Atletico Madrid taking on Lokomotiv Moscow. And then we have Salzburg taking on Bayern Munich. Then we have that big game, Real Madrid taking on Inter Milan. That ought to be an interesting game and a feisty game as well. Manchester City take on Olympiacos. Liverpool face Atalanta. Atalanta is definitely one of the highest scoring teams in Europe at the moment. And of course, we go up against Liverpool, who currently lead the Premier League table and are one of the best teams in Europe. Then, of course, on Wednesday, Manchester United. I think there will be those Manchester United players will love some time away from Old Trafford, a place that just has brought nightmares for them this season. So going to Istanbul, Turkey, a tough place to play, but for the Reds, their away record and playing away from home is probably something that they would owe to do than play at Old Trafford so far this season. We have Barcelona taking on Dynamo Kiev. Club Brugge, the Belgian side, taking on Borussia Dortmund, and then Leipzig take on PSG. And of course, all that and lots more of other games coming up to you in the UEFA Champions League this week. But Mr. Champions League Cristiano Ronaldo is back. And of course, besides the Champions League, there is going to be some sort of rivalry and competition this season in the Serie A between Cristiano Ronaldo and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. These are two veterans of the game, so going at it and showing just why they are some of the best players that this sport has ever witnessed. So I just had to mention that because it is something that is exciting to see this season. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is up to 7 goals, Ronaldo is up to 5 goals. I can't wait to see who's going to win the Golden Boot this season. But as I say, Ronaldo is back, and well, let's just enjoy one of the greatest players of all time.